Hello, my name is Josephine and welcome to Hashtag. Now on today's show, we have two wonderful women in film. I would like to welcome to the studio Gillian Greene and Eugenia Kuzmina. Been trying to practice that for a long time. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in today to talk to us. Now, obviously, I'm going to come straight to the film that is on everybody's screen or should be on Amazon Prime, at least right now, but Fanboy. So this is the project that you have both worked on. This is your project, Gillian. So you have created and directed this incredible film. And is this the first time that you met? Because I know, Eugenia, you are a star of the film. Is that where you two ladies actually met for the first time?
It isn't. First of all, thank you so much for the kind words. Eugenia and I met at a restaurant because her husband is my old boss.
LA story. We met in a restaurant.
Isn't it? Oh, we've had them all. Last week it was and someone in a barber shop. And
by the way, the Polo Lounge, nonetheless, right?
Even
famous,
more
iconic.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
And we just hit it off right away, and we became friends. And I asked her to please be in my movie, and she was willing, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
more than willing, I'm sure.
No idea about acting or anything. I was a model for such a long time, so that was kind of, one of the first projects that Gillian
She
brought
does
me
everything.
onto.
She's a model, supermodel, comedian, actress,
And super mum.
and super
Both.
mom.
I mean, Gillian inspires me in that sense.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, Gillian, you have 5 kids. And
yes.
Eugenia, you have 3. So
Yes.
this is,
So together we have 8.
You have 8 between you. And, now we're doing the typical women thing of jumping around 9 subjects, but let's just talk about the kids for a second. How do you ladies do it? I mean, that is a juggling act.
Do you want to go first?
How do you do it?
Start with the small and then progress to the 5.
Then I can think about my answer right now while you tell her yours.
Well, and I mean, I think it's impossible to do it all. I think it's such a high standard on women that you have to be the superwoman or anything.
Yeah.
But I think the way to actually, it's really healthy to just focus on one thing at a time and be not perfect and be okay with being not perfect, because you're going to fail. You're going to be late somewhere. Sometimes you have to miss a job.
Right.
Sometimes as a mom, you're not going to be there for a meeting. And the way I deal with it is with humor, so I think that's the best thing.
Yeah.
And also support. I think there's definitely needs to be more support for women in that sense, because we're so competitive sometimes and judging, she's not, she hasn't done that perfectly. But I think it's really important to have good community and
That's it, and just a
support.
complete understanding of what everyone's got going on at home as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So
And
it's
Gillian, 5. I mean, that's...
Well, it's nice that they all
frightening.
have each other, so they all play with each
true.
other. But I think for me, it's more about quality time versus quantity. So when I'm not able to be there, they have each other, and when I am, I also have a husband who's very hands-on, and their father. So we spend a lot of quality time with them, and then they're okay when we're not there, when he has to travel or I have to work, and and we also incorporate them, they come down to set, and I made them extras on Fanboy, so
that's where I
all.
was going to come back to. You see, I love it when we actually kind of just go off topic, but let's come back to Fanboy.
Yeah,
that's
all
what
roads
brought
lead
us
back
here
to
today.
Fanboy.
Let's do it. So first of all, as we're on that topic, I want to actually go into the hashtag. Eugenia, you have beautifully written the hashtag of the day for the show. Look at this gorgeous presentation. Can everybody, which I think may mean the film festival.
Yeah, so Fanboy got into the French Riviera Film Festival, and it's their first year, and it's a finalist in the romantic comedy department or category, and it's a part of Cannes, I believe. It's in Cannes, playing at the same time that all the movies play. So, and we're staying at this really great hotel, the Hotel du Cap.
Beautiful.
And a lot of my friends are going. Eugenia's going to be there. It'll be a really great 5 days. So we're excited. We're excited about that.
Oh wow, we wish you luck with that. And
Thank
then
you.
taking something like that, is that really just to show it, showcase the film? Because obviously it's been on Amazon Prime as of March of this year. Is that right? So a lot of people
We were
have seen it.
actually not even planning on entering it into any film festivals because it's 40 minutes long. It's like way too long for
a
not
short.
really a short.
Yeah.
But it's not really a feature either. But they came to us, and they wanted it, so that's why we just said yes. It was pretty easy.
You do say yes to that.
Yeah.
That would be a wee again. Yes. That's incredible. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Fanboy, which I loved. We watched that, my husband and I sat at home and loved it. So what kind of inspired that? Because you wrote it and you had created the idea.
Yeah, it's a kind of a funny story. So I knew the real Jeremiah. There is a real Jeremiah Brennan, and he's the main character in the movie. And he was so funny, and he used to come over for dinner. He was my friend's boyfriend, and talk with my husband. The movie is about Jeremiah coming to meet his idol in LA, Sam Raimi.
Which, who, if anyone doesn't know, Sam Raimi is Gillian's husband. So that's, how the story came about.
Yeah. That was the impetus. But anyway, they had this great banter that was so funny. I'd be dying on the floor laughing, the two of them. And I thought, I have to capture this in some way. So I wrote a story about it, but that was the beginning, the genesis of it.
I love that that's based on a true story then. So were a lot of the parts of the film true as well?
No, but I grew up in the business, so every character was based on somebody I knew or something that happened to me or a friend of mine.
Understood. Okay.
Like the agent, there's an agent in the story.
One you're having dinner with?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. He is actually a real person, and I can't say who it is, but
he has to guess.
Now we're
based
all
on
wondering.
A real person, not the name. But
okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And so, what was it like working with your husband? I mean, Sam is such a legend, and was it kind of cool to direct him? And
it was really cool. And every time I had a question about the script, he would help me. He's an interesting actor, though. He's a really good actor, and he's funny, but he can never repeat the same performance. So when he did something, he improvised a lot, and I love that. But something was wrong with the sound. Just do that again, exact same way. He could not repeat. He did something completely different.
He's like,
so I would get a little frustrated about that but he's actually, I'm half joking, but he's a really, really fun to work with. It was a pleasure.
I bet I just had a ball on set though, because there's so many parts to the film that you just must have been giggling about, and especially your scenes as well. I love that one because it's very Hollywood, the part that you're in. And Eugenia plays a supermodel actress in the film, which is very close to the real you. It's it's like playing yourself, but so tell us a little bit more about. I'm guessing you didn't have to prepare too much for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for me it was amazing because it was one of the first films that I've done, and also to be on set with Gillian, just to be with a female director. It was incredibly inspiring, for work after, because she's so clear on what she wants. She was taking care of actors. I think coming from acting background, what do you need to get and how to get it. So it wasn't just technical. It was really working, with ensemble cast, and it was a blast. It was really fun. It was really relaxing. I didn't know what I was doing because it was one of the first.
It was one of your first roles, if not the first.
Because when was the film actually shot? Was that a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a couple of years ago, and actually, just speaking of the actors in it, Fran Kranz, who's the star, who your husband ran into last night.
It's crazy.
Coincidentally.
In the gym. Another LA thing, another LA story. Yes.
Exactly. He just kept us laughing, all of us, all day, the whole time. He's so brilliant.
And you've worked together before, haven't you? You and
yes,
Fran.
on Murder of a Cat, we made a feature together, and called Murder of a Cat, which is also on Amazon, and that stars Greg Kinnear, J.K. Simmons, Blythe Danner. Sort of an all-star cast.
So you must love working with J.K. Simmons as well.
Oh, he's
brilliant.
Brilliant, genius, and the nicest person ever. Wow. Same with Greg. Greg is a really smart actor, so he would constantly challenge me. I thought I had everything under control, and he'd start asking me questions, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I know the answer to that, and I have to go and think about it. But it was constantly, I had to come to set knowing it inside and out, because when you're working with Greg.
But I
He's so
feel,
brilliant.
I feel as though your entire background, childhood, given who your dad is, so anyone who doesn't know, Gillian's father is Lorne Greene, or was Lorne Greene.
Yes.
So I feel as though this is so natural and normal to you. You must have been, surrounded by incredible celebrities and directors and writers your whole life.
Yeah, I guess so. In retrospect, yes. But when you're a child, you don't really think about them. Like his best friend was Leslie Nielsen, who
Wow, my God.
a lot of people might not know, and older generations will know him. But
Yeah, I feel like they would though. I feel as though his name is still so current with the material that is still on.
yeah, true. Norman Jewison was one of his best friends. They're all Canadian, and he's a very famous director. And he's older now. But yeah, growing up, I didn't really think about that at all. So I just
you
thought
don't
they
know
were
any different.
Exactly.
So that's your life, and that's the normal thing. But
exactly. So I don't get that starstruck now because of that. I think, yeah.
But you didn't always know you were going to do film. Is that right?
No, I really wanted to. I was an actress, and then I don't think I was the best actress. But I loved actors so much. And then I wanted to be an agent, and that's how I met Bill, her husband, because I worked for him. I was his assistant. That's how I actually met Sam, because Sam was his client. So all roads lead back to Bill Block.
Okay.
That's how we met.
Funny.
That's how Sam and I met. That's how Fanboy is.
That's it. That's incredible.
Yeah, and then I met Sam, and I sort of became I needed to go away on location with him because we were shooting, and I became a silent producing partner, and I didn't want to leave him, or I didn't want him to be away from me, so.
Yeah, because I would imagine he'd be away a lot on different
Yeah, we
productions.
traveled a lot together.
Yeah, no, of course. And you've been there seeing everything. It's like the best view to have a look. You've been on like the front row of every show.
Yeah, and I felt finally I wanted to do my own thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So inspiring, just to see more female directors, and like you do so much. You have a production company, and you have so many projects, and you're on top of everything.
Oh, thanks,
It's really
Eugenia.
inspiring.
No, I feel it's the same with female actors as well. Like I was looking at some of your stuff online, Eugenia, and it's very much like there's a lot of badass female roles in there, and I think that's a shift from maybe even 5-10 years ago, when if you were a beautiful girl, you would just be playing a beautiful model, or you'd be playing quite a soft character. Some of your stuff is kick-ass stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna swear that, but I reined that in.
Yeah.
But it's like hardcore stuff. I mean, you're shooting and killing, and there's legs out chopping people's heads off, and
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was growing up.
So maybe that's the Russian in you. Maybe that's
Exactly,
the Rusky.
Yeah, it's funny when I started, after Gillian's film, focusing more on acting, because it's a little bit more stable than modeling and traveling.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do action films, coming from Russian background, but people said like there's no female action films, and now look how it's changing.
Wow.
So it's amazing, there's
Well, Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, it's fun.
And I feel as though a lot of the there's big superstars have really made that uneasy path. Like Charlize, she's so kick-ass in some of the roles she does.
And the way like Patty Jenkins started to interact, shot Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
It's such a different way, like a male, maybe like someone like Michael Bay would shoot her. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what's next for you, Gillian, in terms of projects and work?
I'm making a movie. I'm attached to direct a movie called The Caterpillar, and it's a father-son story, and we're out to an actor right now that we're fingers crossed he says yes.
Ooh,
but yeah,
exciting.
hopefully we're going to shoot in October.
Oh,
we're aiming
brilliant.
for that.
And are you going to be shooting that in LA, or is that abroad?
Hopefully, I'd love to be in LA. It all depends.
Yeah, with the 5 kids, it might be helpful.
Yeah. Well, 3 of them are older, so.
Oh, okay. That makes
Only
it a
2
little
at
easier.
home.
Yeah, but if the whole shooting in LA thing, is it quite a difficult production procedure, or is it a lot easier than being
It's more
abroad?
expensive, I think, but you have to weigh out the pros and cons, because then you have to put everyone up somewhere else, like on location. But I think generally most people don't shoot in LA.
Okay.
We shot Bird of a Cat in LA because we put our name in the hat that got a rebate. We got chosen randomly
right, okay.
to get like
That's
30%
interesting.
back.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
LA Film Commission, maybe. I don't know. I didn't do it. My producer did it, but yeah. So luckily, and we'll hopefully that'll work out in this movie too.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I like to go home and sleep in my own bed. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I love traveling.
Yes.
Oh, we're opposites. I'm a homebody.
As long as it's project based, I think when you know you're coming back home in like a short amount of time, but I would imagine for a film, it's a chunk. Because is Caterpillar, is that going to be a short?
It's a feature.
It's a,
Yeah,
it's a
written.
long. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the vein of Wonder. I don't know if you saw Wonder. I actually didn't see Wonder, but that's what everyone tells me, that it's very similar to Wonder. It's about a kid whose mother dies on Halloween, and in an accident, and she made him this caterpillar costume, and he decides to put it on and not take it off, and it's about how everyone deals with that. His dad, the kids at school, the principal, the grandparents.
Okay.
He won't take off the caterpillar costume, and then there's a little bit of a twist, and it's a human story.
Yeah.
And it's really moving, but it's also really uplifting and funny. There's a lot of humor in it.
Yeah. I feel as though the humor is something you're going to bring to each of your
Yeah,
projects.
I have
though.
to. If it didn't have humor in the writing, I wouldn't be. If it was too maudlin or depressing, I wouldn't be. I couldn't do it.
No,
I have to
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, and like finding.
It's about hope.
That's nice, yeah. And finding your writers for Fanboy, was that quite a long process of working out who you wanted to capture everything?
No, I met these writers and I knew right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew right away, and I just hired them. And my producer was like, Andy Blumstack was like, don't you want to read any of their work? I said, no, I know they're right for this.
That's a risk.
Such a great instinct, I think, you know.
Yeah, but you
Sometimes you
just
have
knew.
to act, right, on the instinct.
Yeah.
That's it. No, absolutely. And obviously, that was all shot in LA, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Because there was so much of LA shown in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you know, you have to call in some favors too. Like we shot at CAA and got that for free, and then Kraft Restaurant, we got that because I told the owner at Kraft that we got CAA for free. So then.
Because it's all in the same building, basically,
I shouldn't say this.
Yeah.
But
too many tips given away right now. Everyone will be calling in that favor. I love that. And so, Eugenia, what is your kind of, next goals in terms of work?
Well, actually, I do stand-up, so we're on tour with my stand-up group, and it's really exciting. We're going to Vegas.
So cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, I wanted to be a rock star all the time, and it didn't happen.
That's amazing. So how many in the group?
There's 5-6 people, and we bring random people with us and teaching them how to do stand-up, because I think humor is really important. It's something that is really healing. So it's really interesting.
By the way, she's awesome. I went to. I think I've seen a couple of shows, but I went to one fairly recently, and I'm like, how does she do that? And I think it's this, you go up and have fun. She goes up and has a big smile on her face, and her comic timing is perfect, and she's having such a good time that.
And then that just shines through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And is that something you train to do here in LA?
Yeah,
there's a few of the schools, aren't there, for just comedy?
Absolutely, yeah. English is my third language, so that was quite something to just, come to comedy and writing. French.
Oh,
yeah, because I grew up in
That's
Paris.
why you speak such good
French.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I literally I was doing a film with John Turturro and Woody Allen, and I wanted to do some stage.
Just doing a film with Woody Allen, super cash.
Yeah, it was really amazing. And I found out that he's doing stand-up, and I was looking for a stage kind of to grow as a person, and I found that you can do stand-up, and then I found this writer. His name is Jerry Corley, and he teaches and helps people, from different parts of life, from corporate life and anything else, to do comedy. So he kind of started me on that.
Okay, so that's your true love then, in terms of the creative processes. That's your
Absolutely,
favorite.
yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing to talk to people, connect to them live, because there's no editing. So if you're good, if you connect to people, like if something is funny, it will be proven right there.
It's a scary thing to do, though. I mean, to do
so
any kind of stand-up.
courageous. So courageous. I
Big
couldn't do
time.
it.
Yeah, because you've got everyone almost, because you can have two different crowds, and it depends who's been on before you, if they're already warmed up, but they can be instantly not gonna like you or not gonna laugh based on who's been before you, or how many drinks they've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the thing, you know, and you see people just die on stage. It's like, no, but
Well,
no,
the,
you're good.
the best
you're good.
thing is not about you, it's really about people. So I think
Yeah.
if you make it about others and not yourself, people kind of check the energy. So it will always be good to the extent how you connect to who's in the audience.
Absolutely. Oh, well, girls, thank you both so much.
Thank you so much for
coming
having us.
in and telling us everything about everything. Good luck at Cannes.
Thank you.
We will be thinking about you. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
It's going to be the talk of the town.
Thank you so much.
And such a pleasure. Thank you both. And of course, that was the amazing Gillian Greene and Eugenia Kuzmina, who you will be seeing a lot more of in every aspect, but particularly Fanboy. So check that out on Amazon Prime right now. Thank you for watching, and this was Hashtag.